This is a variable tutorial for Python. Here a has given the value 5 using the assignment operator equal to, as discussed earlier, y given the value abcd being a string. Now let's print it. We have a printer, so we print y and we get abcd as mentioned above. Now let's print the value of y. Now in this example we are going to assign x the value of 4. Now we are going to reassign it. First let's see what's the value. Now x currently has the value of 4. Now let's reassign the value of x to a string and let's name it, let the value be ball. And now when we print x we get the value ball. So this was the reassigned value of x. So now seeing the naming conventions, how we should name them, like using an underscore before the variable is allowed. So now when we print the underscore hello, so it gives us the value 2. Now let's check if we use something different what will we get. Like 9 was not allowed, so if we use 9 before the variable name, so will it give us the value of the variable? That's the name of the variable or whatever we assign it basically. So here we see an error because there's a naming rules that we need to follow while giving the name of the variable. Certain rules, like it cannot start with the variable with a number with numeric value, or like in the second example it cannot start with an exclamation mark. Now one more thing, an additional feature which we have in Python. Suppose we have 4 variables a, b, c and d, and we provide them a value like apple, the second variable bat, third variable cat, and the fourth variable as doll. Now when we print them, okay, we have an error, I think so. Yeah, so I think I need to reassign it for a, b, c and c. So let's see, and we give them the values. A for we give apple, we give a bat, and we give the name as the value as cat to the third variable. Now when we print a, we see that we get a value of whatever value is assigned first, and then we get the second value, then the third, and following is the other values. Similarly we can do. Now the question arises, what if we want to assign the same value to different variables? We can do it in this way in Python, like a is equal to b is equal to c is the equal to the value what we want to provide to all the variables. Like here we want to provide all the variables with the value mangoes. Now when we print the value of a, see what we get mango as the value. Now if we print b, we get mango. Similarly with c, we'll get mango as the value here as well. Covering further to the topic, now if we assign apple, the value apple to a variable a, and then we print the company is, supposingly we want to concatenate or some 2 strings. So this is the company is would be a string, and now we want to concatenate, or basically concatenate what means is to join two things, so here we get an error. So the error is okay. Now so I have sorted an error, so I use a comma, so that was not required. So I'll print it again. The company is, and we use operator plus operator, and yep, so we get yeah, so we get the company is Apple. This is a basic example of how to use the plus operator over here to concatenate. Now you might be thinking, like, is it true in case we need to concatenate two strings? So let's check. So we assign the value mango is the to x and king of fruits to y. Now when we print the value z, which is a summation of x plus y, now we print it. Now when we print, we'll get to see the concatenation of both of them. So we see that we get the concatenation as mango is the king of fruits, as mango is the king, as mango is a part of the x and king of fruits being the y. Now here is the part where we are using a and b. We're like assigning the value of 4 to a and 5 to b, and we can directly use variables in the print command, in the print statement of a plus b, and we get the value of 9 there. Now if we want, have you ever thought, if we try to concatenate two string plus a value of 9, that is, like, supposing if we concatenate or use the operator of plus, so you can see that we get an error, because the reason is that z over here is a string and it's not an integer value. So as you can see, it shows us the type error, must be a string, str signifies string, and not an integer, int. So that's why we get an error over here.